What's up, Kansas City? I'm your host, Glenn Bryan Frizzell. Today we are filming in the 18th and Vine Historic Jazz District at the Lincoln Economic Building. It's my pleasure to introduce to you today our guest, Mr. Randy Withers, who is the Director of Marketing and Communication at the Samuel U. Rodgers Health Center.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you talk to us a little bit about an upcoming gala coming up. Understand on September the 15th, which is a Saturday, at the Harvest Theater in the Midland. You will have a gala around 6 o'clock. Can you tell us a little bit about?
Yeah, it is a huge event for us. With this being our 50th anniversary year, this is what we're calling our Golden Globe Gala. Our golden anniversary, celebrating 50 years since Dr. Rodgers first opened his health center at the Wayne Minor Housing Project. It is going to be a time for us to honor much of our history and celebrate, take some time to actually recognize individually some of the people that have been instrumental in what it's taken for us to survive for 50 years. I mean, with the way that healthcare changes all the time, that kind of longevity is something that is so hard to cultivate. And so we want to be sure and celebrate that in a way that people are really going to remember.
I can imagine a Golden Gala to remember. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going to take place?
Absolutely. We're going to have, there will be a live auction that we're using to help fund the more than $5 million that the health center provides annually in unsupported care. There will be dinner, there will be entertainment. We're going to have a special performance from the Marching Cobras. Like I say, lots of recognition of the people that have been instrumental in our history and helping us be able to do the things that Dr. Rodgers always believed in. You know, he's a man that he was a visionary. He believed that healthcare was a basic human right. And we have continued in the time since he passed away to follow his vision to ensure that everyone will have access to high quality, compassionate, affordable healthcare. And that's what this night is about. It's about celebrating that mission and making sure that we can continue it for another 50 years.
Wow, he was a visionary. Can you tell us a little bit more about who Samuel Rodgers was?
Yes, Dr. Rodgers was the first board-certified African-American OBGYN in the United States.
Wow.
In the
entire United States,
yes,
not just Kansas City.
Not just Kansas City, the entire country. He
that
was a trailblazer. His role was unique, obviously, I mean, just beyond that, in the fact that when he opened the health center in the Wayne Minor Housing Project in April of 1968, it was the first in the United States west of the Mississippi River and only the nation's fourth at the time. What that gave rise to over time was he basically launched what is known as the Community Health Center movement from here in Kansas City. He built something that was totally unique in the fact that no one had ever brought together multiple specialties, multiple disciplines in one building before, under the guidance of social workers, case managers, with a Medicaid sign-up office on site, a pharmacy, full radiology, everything that someone would need, even the ability to prescribe housing for the homeless, because it was in a housing project, a full fleet of cars to help people get to and from their appointments. This had never happened before. And it was all under the umbrella of creating a system of efficiency to care for the poor. Much like Dr. King always said, you know, how can you tell a man to pull himself up by his bootstraps that doesn't have any boots? Dr. Rodgers believed that to care for the poor, it was about resources. When he opened his health center, it was right on the heels of the Watts riots in California. And it was about the exact same thing. It was about ensuring access to resources within the community that people, regardless of whether they were African American, Latino American, Vietnamese American, whatever it might be, that they had access to everything they needed for their families to thrive, because he believed family was the core of any community.
So Dr. Rodgers was a family and a community man. Why is it important, and I know you touched on it, Mr. Withers, why is it important to keep his legacy alive?
I think with the increasing diversity that we're seeing in the area, here in Kansas City, you know, a lot of people, they think about where we're located. You know, we're a few blocks off Independence Avenue, between, you know, near Troost and the Paseo, an area that people that know the history of this city know that really was a racial fault line. That was really the boundary between the Italian community and the African American community. Now, within 7 blocks of the health center, there are 27 languages spoken. We provide what we call linguistically and culturally appropriate care in 38 different languages, and have just added a new video technology that allows us to build even further on that and provide care to even more people, including those that are hearing impaired.
Wow.
And it's about building on Dr. Rodgers' legacy and continuing in pursuit of that vision, so that everyone that needs care, no matter where they're from, no matter how much money they have in their pocket, whether they have insurance or not, that they get access to what he believed everyone deserved, which was high quality, compassionate, affordable health care.
Now, I understand Dr. Rodgers was from Anniston, Alabama. Can you tell me who are are there some national people involved with helping put together this golden?
You know, we are very fortunate to have some of the partners that we have from a sponsorship standpoint. Blue Cross Blue Shield, again, they have been very generous. They've sponsored us many times in regards to events that we've had. But with this being such a watershed moment in our history, to have them as our presenting sponsor, we can't thank Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas City enough. Blue Cross Blue Shield is involved. UMP Bank is involved. LabCorp, you know, a lot of companies that may not be large-scale national organizations, but that are very important to the work that we do here in our community and to the people that need the care that we provide. You know, United Healthcare, organizations like that. You know, they're one of our managed care partners that helps provide insurance for people here in the area that need it, and it's really been exciting to see the kind of support that we have seen, the ticket sales that we've seen. Because that's the thing. A lot of people are going to see this say, wow, I'd really love to attend that. And I'm actually really excited to say this. We're almost sold out.
Wow.
Yes.
I get that's wonderful to hear. We're having the 50th Gala. Again, it's coming up on September the 15th, Saturday, at the Arvis Theater at the Midland, which is here in downtown Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Withers, can you tell us what's in line with his vision? What's next after the gala at the
it's about continuing to find out more about what our patients need,
mm-hmm.
what it is that the underserved population, because that's as a safety net provider, as what's called a federally qualified health center, our job is to provide care to those that need it. Now, people that come in that have commercial insurance, you know, that have employee benefits, like we might, you know, we provide care to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's primarily geared towards helping those in need. Our mission is what it always has been and always will be, to continue to provide the best care available and make sure that it's accessible to everyone that needs it, regardless of their finances, regardless of their nationality, regardless of what language they speak, how much money in their pocket, or where they're from. And that's what Dr. Rodgers believed in. And it's, you know, we've managed after 50 years to get to the point where we are now, where we have 5 clinic locations across the city, where we have multiple clinics enmeshed in school districts around the metropolitan area to make it easier for parents to get the care they need for their children. And it's about building further into those communities, into the places where people need us. That's what it's about. It's about continuing to be resourceful, partnering with our community to find out where they need us, and continuing to find ways to be able to meet those needs.
Partnering where the community needs you most. I imagine the event is right around the corner here. There's
Yes, it is.
A checklist with 1,000 things that you have to do here.
Yeah.
Where can our viewers find out more information about the event and buy tickets?
Absolutely. And like I say, we're getting close to selling out, so tickets are available. You can still find out more. You can visit our website, RodgersHealth.org. You can go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/RodgersHealth. Lots of information there about the event. There's a link that you can click on the official event page, which we have obviously pinned on our Facebook page, that you can go to and buy tickets online. You can contact us at the health center. You know, like I say, my name is Randy Withers. You're more than welcome to call me or our development manager, who is with our foundation, Amanda Jackson. Either one of us would be happy to help you find tickets. If there are companies out there that would like to get involved as sponsors, because the more sponsors we bring on, the more care we can provide for those that need it.
I can imagine.
Anybody that wants to get involved as a sponsor, give us a call. We would love to get you on board. There's still a lot of amazing opportunities that exist. We are we're just ecstatic for what is going to be an amazing celebration of our history, of the things that we do, and of the people that have helped us get here. I heard a phrase the other day that I really loved. We stand on the shoulders of giants, and we do. We are here because of people like Samuel Rodgers, that was such a trailblazer, that believed in equality for all people and that everyone deserves access to the basics. People like Jim Nunnally, that have done so many amazing things in the African American community in this city and was Dr. Rodgers' first administrator. People like Mamie Hughes, Dr. Rodgers' widow. People like Rita Stanley, his daughter, who is a doctor. People like that. We stand on the shoulders of giants, of people that have helped us get to this point. And we have to continue to cultivate those giants to keep on going, because the need is not diminishing. There are still people that need us, and as long as there are people that are suffering to get the care that they need, that are struggling to find what it is their families need for them to have an opportunity to escape their circumstances and start to rise above, there will always be a need for us.
Thank you, Mr. Withers. What's up, Kansas City? You heard the man here. We're celebrating 50 years, the Golden Gala of the Samuel U. Rodgers Health Center, providing service to Kansas City and diverse of all backgrounds. Do you have any particular final comments?
I think that the thing that I would say is I want to invite the community to come out and celebrate this with us. This is an important time. We're going to have well over 50 people that have been involved in our history. Some of the first employees that we ever had, people that have been in the community, people that have maybe moved away and haven't been back to Kansas City in a long time. Come see those faces, see those trailblazers, those people that were literally pioneers in what we were doing. Come meet them, see the people that helped us get to this point, and celebrate this moment with us. Because we're a community health center, which means we are nothing without the community that we serve. And it's important for us. We want to invite everybody possible to come be a part of this, to join in. It's black tie optional, so everybody's going to be dressed to the nines. It's get your bow ties and your tuxedos and your fancy gowns out, and we're going to make a big evening in this, and it's something you don't want to miss.
Well, really are going to turn out Kansas City at the Harvest Theater, Midland Theater, and celebrate Samuel U. Rodgers' Golden Anniversary. What's up, Kansas City? I'm your host, Glenn Bryan Frizzell. Thank you for joining us here today. Remember, the sky is the limit. Aim high. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, at the very least, you would have landed among the stars. Take care until next time. Thank you.